But see, to me, that was a power song, right? Because think about it. When you know how to drive, you can go anywhere you want. You can drive yourself, you know? So that's why I was singing. How you doing? Are you hot? Very hot. It is. It's very lucky, but yeah. Well, I just want to tell you also that at that time, that's when my whole career kind of like, I don't know, it took a nosedive because I thought I was going to be like everybody else, but I wasn't at all. And you know, I'm just like you know, you want to blend, you want to be with like everybody else, but nobody's the same. So for me, the reason I'm sharing this story with you is because at that time, when everything was falling apart, I forgot the one thing that was really important, you know, because it was like a big thing in my life to come from obscurity and all of a sudden be successful and be famous, you know, you start to think, okay. And then all of a sudden it's not that anymore, it's something else. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And I met this woman that I started working with. She curated a magazine, I think that's her. She was the editor of it, and the chief person. And she said to me, you know, Sam, there are many chapters in your life. And that's what I forgot, that there are many chapters. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's similar to, you know, maybe you had a big chapter in your life and then afterwards you felt like, oh no, what am I going to do? But you have to remember that there are many chapters and that you're writing, right? We write a long chapter. We write the book. And so that's what I wanted to explain to you. And also at that point in my life, I had met my husband, and I did a movie that had like 3 different titles. That's kind of like how you know it's not going to work. You know, but I met my husband, and he's fantastic. And yeah, David Gordon. And as we got to know each other, I told him the story about Hat Full of Stars. I had a hat, I still have it. And I went off to do, I thought I was going to be a painter. Not the kind that, you know, repaints your walls in your house, but, you know, like an artist. And so much. That didn't work out, you know, but I remember being alone, and you know, when I left home with a book, Grapefruit. And from that book and from Yoko Ono, I learned that you didn't, even if you had no money and you had nothing, you could still create in your head. Mm-hmm. So I took my hat and I held it up to the sky one night because it was so beautiful. And I collected all the stars in my mind in the hat. And every time I wear that hat, I close my eyes to remember it, right? And so when I told my husband this story, he said, Cyndi, you gotta start writing the story in your own words. And that's when I realized that I could do it. And I was lucky enough to meet this woman, Allie Willis, and she and I wrote this song together, but it was the first song, me making sense of everything, off of the Hat Full of Stars CD. And well, it was an album too, but you know, vinyl. Yeah, it'd have to be into vinyl, but yeah. So this was the first song
Vinyl's coming back
off of that album that I wrote. It's called Who Let in the Rain.